The Big Bang Theory is one of my favorite TV shows, and it did deserve an end. It really did. It's not literally because the TV show was bad. It's not because of that at all. It was literally because of something completely different. Now, the fact is, this TV show is still doing well 6 or 7 years later before it ended. Yeah, I know people's going to comment down below, 6, 7. Be quiet, everybody. Dude, I hate that meme so much at this point. Like, literally, my brother walks home time to time, 6 set. If someone mentions it, we're like, brother, please stop. But anyways, I am talking about something completely different, and I want to talk about, well, The Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory is one of my favorite TV shows out there, known to man, because literally the show does an amazing job telling a story and does comedies at the same time, which nowadays it's actually very rare for TV shows to do this. It's actually kind of funny how rare it is, but even then, it's rare. It's rare to see a TV show do this so successful with both comedy and story. For example, if you look at Family Guy does a terrible job with story, but it does a good job with comedies and stuff like that. So yeah, the TV show does deserve its success, but there is also another reason why I think it kind of deserves an ending. And here's the thing, okay? The Big Bang from season 1 through season 12 was such an amazing, like, seriously, such an amazing thing. Like, throughout watching the entire TV series, right? Season 1 showed Sheldon being annoying, probably a little bit of narcissism, but even then, it's there. And then you also see all the other character traits. So, for example, this one guy, he's the short guy, right? I don't know his name. Short guy, weird haircut, like, you know what I'm saying? Weird haircut, shows to be a weirdo, literally, but not in a bad way. In a bad way, just in a more comical way. You also see Leonard. Okay, Leonard being one of those normal slash oversensitive people later on in the TV show, or Penny, the stupid girl. You know what I'm saying? So everybody in its own little way, they have their own unique personality. But at the end of the day, they just average, a normal life, and that's why I think the TV show was very popular until this day, and will become for the next 10 or 20 years, is because the TV show actually depicts what a normal life really looks like, especially back in the 2000s and 2012 and 2016, and people probably moved out or something like that. That was probably the way that people lived. But not only that, it also depicted how comedies could be made with a general storyline, right? And throughout the entire season, you saw people change. You saw people develop into characters that was actually pretty phenomenal and pretty cool. Sheldon did not become the narcissist and just became funny. At the end of the day, he became a loving character who actually learns to love and feel. Leonard, I don't know. I actually don't know what to say about Leonard, but Howard, that's the guy I was thinking of. Howard and Rajosh. Rajosh became more gay, I guess. I don't know his sexuality. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at it. I was like, I don't know. Like Leonard and the short guy literally just said his name. I forgot his name. But Leonard, not Leonard. I don't know. Rajosh and his friend, weird chemistry. Anyways, but I'm just gonna call Rajosh's friend, because I don't know his name. Anyways, Rajosh's friend, for example, he changed from this to annoying person to a lovable person. I mean, at least, yeah, because he was very annoying and weird, and he was just, when he would pick on girls, it was just very, very weird. But it just turned into, like, someone who actually became at least a little bit normal, if you know what I mean, okay? But even then, all the characters changed, and all the characters changed for its own benefit. And even then, I think they did a good job. And what's even crazier is I also think that the ending, and why they deserve the ending, is the ending ended in a perfect timing. It wasn't too soon, it wasn't too late, and it wasn't where it would just cause a whole controversy. If they actually did add another season, it would just drag out the entire show. And actually, you could feel that around season 11, in my opinion, or at the time when Amy and Sheldon decided to move out of the apartment and live in Penny's apartment, and Penny would live with Leonard, right? And it actually showed that, like, there was significant character development. and it also showed that there is also supposed to be moving on. And by then, Sheldon already learned a lot of these basic life skills, and a lot of these characters also learned these life skills too, and a lot of themselves throughout the show. So it just kind of felt like it was dragging on ever since they moved out. And here's the thing, even then, I actually think like them even continuing a little bit was actually pretty fine. And towards again season 11, it just felt like you can feel it. It did feel like it was like dragging out the character, trying to do, I think, like unnecessary character development. And I think if the TV show decided to go longer, it would be one of the worst rated TV shows in my opinion, because it would probably try to wear out a lot of these characters and probably do the same jokes and same stuff. I think it was a very smart move that they ended off in season 12, because a lot of the characters already had its finished basic ending, right? And at the end of the day, it's not the fact that they got old or all of that stuff, but the characters developed. It was done, right? And it was such an amazing story watching right throughout the show. And imagine them trying to develop the character, like imagine trying to develop Sheldon more, right? Like it just wouldn't make sense. It really wouldn't. It just came in its final form, and it just stayed like that. And even then, it just, right? Like, it just stayed like that. I think what's crazy, too, is a TV show that deserves an ending doesn't mean it's a bad TV show. A TV show that does deserve an ending, a lot of times also it means it's a good TV show. It probably means, hey, I think we're done. I think the show is finished, and I think that's really awesome about these TV shows. I had a little voice crack here, but even then, I think that's really awesome about these really awesome and really cool TV shows, where these TV shows that they know how to end the TV, like the show itself, right? And I know that's literally all it is, why it deserves an ending, because all the characters just maxed out its character development. But even then, even then, like you have to understand how well that they literally written the show from day one. Like seriously. And not only that, despite the character development kind of being a little bit slow, and when I say slow, I mean unbearably slow, especially Sheldon, okay? A lot of these characters, you'll see a lot of change, especially probably in the third or fourth season. But even then, a lot of the character developments were slow. And it wasn't slow to the point where it was just the same thing over and over again. It was slow to the point where it was kind of perfect in its way. If it went too fast, the TV show would be fast. If it went too slow, the TV show would be slow. A lot of these things kind of correlated into one, and it was just slow, right? It was perfect, and it just was slow. I think overall, The Big Bang does deserve its ending, because I think it needed to move on. And I think what I also liked is also Young Sheldon. I think Young Sheldon was absolutely amazing. I love the TV show about it. I do think that season 7 was a little rushed in my opinion. It didn't really have like a lot of, I don't know, story in season 7. It just felt like we have to end it. It's been going on 7 years. The characters grew up. Let's just end it, right? And it just felt very weird, very, 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 very weird. I don't know. Like, I still watch The Big Bang Theory, and I look at it and I was like, what am I watching? Like, I remember going on Paramount Plus. I literally had a subscription just to watch The Big Bang Theory, or not The Big Bang Theory, but Young Sheldon. And I looked at it, I was like, what? What's funny is Young Sheldon actually ended on the same day that I would end my graduations too. So it was not like towards the last day, but it ended on the last week of my high school. So that was actually pretty awesome. I was like, yes, I get out watching this cool show. But at the end of the day, I do feel like Young Sheldon was rushed, like seriously. But even then, I do think that The Big Bang did a really good job on its ending and on the whole entire TV show. And if you guys haven't watched it, please, for the love of Jesus Christ, watch the show. I think it's awesome. I think it's cool. And honestly, I think it's perfect. I liked it. Everything about the show was awesome. The character development, the comedy, and just everything wasn't forced. I know there wasn't a lot of comedy as like Big Bang or you know what I'm saying, as Family Guy and stuff like that. But even then, people just liked the show. People really did just like the show because it not only had storylines, but the comedy was fitting for it, and it was awesome. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about The Big Bang Theory. Do you guys like it? Do you guys dislike it? Or do you guys just not care for the show? It's just a TV show that just pops up randomly on your TV screen on your grandpa's house or something like that. But again, let me know what you guys think. Anyways, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Also, for the first time in my life, my haircut or my hair finally looks good on camera, so that's a bonus.